What's up, guys? Joe here with JoeMartinMVC, and today we are on our 14th What's Up Wednesday. And yes, I realize I did not put one up last week. So, just a quick explanation of what's going on with the channel. So, there have been a couple of changes for me, and that explains why there hasn't been really any new content. Uh, there was supposed to be a video that went up Friday, which was another Twitch video, but I didn't realize it failed to process. So, sorry about that. Or was that Monday? I don't remember. I think it was Monday. Okay. Anyway, it failed to process. Didn't realize it. We will have actual content coming up again soon. I just recorded one yesterday or the day before of actually using the paint gun. So we will have some content coming out there. We will get more detailing content coming out soon. The issue is I actually lost my job, so I don't have means for purchasing new products when it comes to doing detailing videos. That's not really too big of a concern. I've already got another job that's starting up here on Monday, so no worries. But it did put a little bit of a damper into being able to get new materials and products and try them out. The other thing is I've been preparing this house that I'm in currently to get ready to sell it soon. Not necessarily because of the job situation, but this is like a 4-bed, 2-bath house, 2,000 square feet. It's huge, and it's pretty much just me. I have a roommate, but he just takes up a little small corner of a room. So it's way too big of a house for me. I just need to downgrade downsize a little bit. So I've been searching for houses in the area, something maybe more like the 12 to 1,500 square foot area, and get ready to move into that once I find one. So I've been prepping this house for sale, which means I've been painting it, fixing things up, hence the repair videos that you guys have seen, and we're just kind of getting that going. Once it's ready to sell, there may not be any content for a week or 2 or 3. It just depends on how things go. So there'll be some Twitch stuff in the meantime. On that note, I have begun to do some Twitch streaming as well. It just gives me an outlet to play some video games again, because it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I just haven't had the time or reason to be able to play video games. It's always been like, well, I could be doing this productive thing, or I could play video games, which is not productive, doesn't do anything. So my rationale is, well, if I start streaming on Twitch, at least that could potentially build into something that will make it productive to play games like I want. I'll also be doing a few other things, like the model that's behind me, the Death Scythe. I will be building that the rest of the way on Twitch. So it's gonna have a few more things than just gaming. But I will be posting those videos onto here as well as that time comes. Just so that way that those will stay saved. Because as it is, they don't actually save at all on Twitch. They save for like 2 weeks and then they disappear. So we'll have that going. You will notice as I get closer to being ready to move, like this room will turn a different color. Everything will move out of it. It'll just be my desk and my setup here. So we won't have a whole lot in this room. And when I do sell this house, depending on how things go, I may not have my own place for a little while. I may be living with my parents for a brief period until I find my new house and I'm able to move in. Because the whole process of buying a house does take usually around a month. So depending on like how long it takes for this place to sell and how long for me to find a new place, blah blah blah, I could be without a place for a little while, in which case I'd be bored with my parents. So we may not have any new content for some obvious reasons of I don't have a lot of content I can make there. Most of my stuff's gonna be in storage, so I won't have a place. I won't have most of my tools or detailing equipment or anything like that. But that's fine. It's not a huge detriment, so we'll still have Twitch able to go, so it's not too big of a deal. We will still have content on the channel. It just won't be what we're used to. One other thing, the Daytona. I was thinking, and I'd love to get some feedback on this from you guys for the like 3 people who are going to watch this. My friend Kyle gave me a good idea. He said, there's a couple people, what they do is they rebuild bikes and bikes and cars, and then they actually give them away. And the way that they finance is through Patreon and through donations, and that helps create the build. So I was thinking, and then at the end of it, you give the bike away to one person who is either donated or entered into a contest, a giveaway. So I was thinking about maybe doing that with the Daytona, get it up and going again, make it look pretty. and make sure it's all mechanically sound, and then give it away to a lucky viewer, or donate, or wherever it is, however that works. There are some legal things in that I have to look into first, because you have to make sure it's not a lottery. So make it to where you don't have to pay to enter, which is very important. So I'd probably do, one thing that he mentioned was, of course, have the Patreon for the people who want to donate and help the build, so that way we can finance the build, because otherwise I won't have money for it. And the other way would be like writing a postcard, 25 words or more, saying why you want the bike, blah blah blah. So it's an idea. We'll probably do it, but it's gonna be a while before I do that, for obvious reasons of I won't have a garage to work in about 2 weeks, because once I sell this place, I won't be able to really work on it. I mean, my parents have a good garage and place where I could actually work on it, but that's not. You don't want to be in between houses working on a bike. You're gonna lose stuff. It's bad. Don't do it. So that will be put on hold a little bit until I get my new place, wherever that may be. I was looking at a couple places, found one house that looked amazing, but pictures were very, very much deceiving. The foundation was bad, like it was sinking. There were multiple cracks in the walls because the foundation was sinking. Someone rewired the house and didn't go through contractors who didn't have a permit, meaning it can't be insured. So you'd have to get a permit and have an electrical engineer sign off on it. And they also messed up a lot of the grounding and a few other things. Had some aluminum wiring, which wasn't good. They closed in the garage, which is always an issue to me, but they did it wrong to where water is leaking in underneath, because they just put it on the driveway. Like, they didn't seal the bottom or anything like that. It's really bad. A few other things they messed up, like they put in a custom shower, which looked beautiful in photos, but it was completely flat. Whenever you build a shower, you can't have it flat. It has to like bevel down inwards, so that way the water drains down. Yeah, they didn't do that, so there was just standing water in the shower. Bad. The shutoff valves for the toilets were leaking. What else? It was just a bunch of bad things. I mean, all things that I'm capable of fixing, but not at the price point they wanted. They wanted $100,000 for this house, and I wouldn't have a budget to work on if I spent $100,000 on the house, had to pay the mortgage, all that fun stuff to fix all these things. If they wanted like $40,000, all for it. Let's do it. I could easily finance everything to rebuild the house as it's supposed to be, make it look beautiful, perfect, all that good stuff. But double that cost? Not worth it. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot in the area that I found so far that would be worth buying. I would like to potentially try building a tiny place, like a 16 by 16 shed turned into a house, but build it from the ground up. The only thing is, you have to pull permits and get engineers to sign off all the other fun stuff, which that's not too much of an issue. I would just have to have the capital up front of like 20 to 30 grand, which I can work on. But that'd be nice, and then build workshops and things like that in the back. The issue being actual land to build it on, because like I have a piece of property from my parents I could build it on, but the neighborhood is a lot nicer than building a shed. So I wouldn't want to build a shed on that property where the rest of the neighborhood is like almost 250,000 houses now. Like, no. The other part would be the trailer that we have, and if we were getting rid of the trailer, it'd be fine. But if we leave the trailer there, we'd have to separate the property, add new power line, new septic tank, actually sewer now. So new power line, new sewer, get everything run. So that adds like an extra 10 to 20,000 in costs. So I don't know. We'll see. But that kind of explains why we haven't seen a whole lot of new things on the channel recently. And so it's fortunately not really a big issue for me for what's going on with the house and changing jobs, all that fun stuff. Not really concerned, but it does put a damper on being able to do things for a little bit. But we'll get there. Appreciate the support you guys give me, and the staying tuned and staying with the channel, even though there hasn't been a whole lot of updates. And if you guys have anything you'd like to add, any comments, any requests, any ideas, by all means, put them in the comments, send me a message, because the Facebook is somewhere on here, facebook.com/JoeMartinMVC. And send me a message on there. I'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll get things going. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you like the content putting out, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you stay up to date with new content that comes out, and have a wonderful day. Take care.